J.R.R. Tolkien. Hello and welcome to the Bottled Imp Show. My name is Ken Boyter and this lovely fine fettle of a man is Julian.
And together we are the Bottled Imp.
Exploring the realms of fantasy. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, welcome
Using
to
my
another.
Shakespearean voice.
I know, I was very impressed with
Today.
that. Didn't know you were going to do that.
It's called My Blessed.
Is
I'm
it?
Brian.
You're Brian.
Brian Blessed.
Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive? No, okay.
Well, no, I watched
Gordon's
it.
alive!
I watched it about 2 years ago. You all think he goes, Gordon's alive, like really
No,
loud.
I think he goes, Gordon's alive. No, he doesn't. The way he says it.
He doesn't. No, but he says it really
I'm
quietly.
going to have to cut it in now, aren't I?
He says it really quietly. He sort of goes, Gordon's alive.
No, there must be a
No,
bit where he shouts.
no, seriously.
Gordon's alive?
Well, I definitely know there's a dispatch warlock in Ajax to bring back his body. There's that. That's my favourite bit.
There we go.
I think that's in the Queen number as well.
Is
that's
it?
That's in the
oh
Flash.
yeah, because that was
number.
Queen. That was a
Dispatch
cracking.
warlock in Ajax
Cracking.
to bring back his body.
And no wonder this show overruns every single week.
There we go.
There we
Well, that's
go.
what it's all about, isn't
I
it?
know. I didn't realise you're a big Flash Gordon fan on that
Oh, I
one.
love Flash Gordon.
That was an
Love Flash
amazing
Gordon.
film.
It's a great
It
film.
was.
Great film. And what was it I was watching where... What was the actor who plays Flash Gordon been in
Oh,
that I was watching recently?
I don't know.
Ted.
Ted.
Ted
Was he in
and
Ted?
Ted and Ted 2. He plays himself in Ted and Ted 2. And I watched Ted 2 recently.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, what's his name?
Dolph
Oh,
Lundgren.
No.
I know, I was a
How
kid.
very dare you? Dolph Lundgren wasn't Flash in Flash Gordon.
I know he wasn't. I know.
Great film.
I was a kid. It was a great film.
Great
It had a
film.
bit. It actually did. It's one of those films that I really early memories.
Oh, that's
of
hard.
of actually watching a film and
Yeah,
really
yeah.
getting into
Loving
it, really loving
I
it.
mean, it's an 80s cheese
Yeah,
fest,
yeah.
but it's...
but it's really well
kind
done
of-
though.
It's kind of
it's
its
cut
first time,
above.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
We should watch it.
It's sort of spoofy, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's supposed to be at the time.
I don't know. I think it kind of was, but they just did it really well.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
works. It just works.
Anyway, apparently this show's all about Flash Gordon.
It should be now.
It's
Throw
not
them-
though.
Throw these away.
Those good. It's not though. It is all about J.R.R. Tolkien.
Pronounce it how you like, Ken does.
Nothing wrong with that.
Isn't it? I'm going to try. I won't be able to say it now. Tolkien.
It probably is
Tolkien.
Tolkien.
I don't know. Tolkien.
I always
it
said
means no. It makes no. It just doesn't mean anything now.
No.
Tolkien.
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 Yeah, I'm very keen on him. He is obviously the godfather, the granddaddy of fantasy. Well, anyway, high fantasy anyway. Obviously there's lots of strands of fantasy as we all know. Anyway, let's crack on with the show then, shall we? So, I just want to, before we go any further, we've been doing this show about 5 episodes now. This is about the 5th episode,
Yeah,
5
wow.
weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're still getting loads and loads of lovely, lovely comments, which is fantastic. And I thought I'd just pick a few out.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Why
here
not?
Peter
Bask in
Hutchinson.
your success.
Yeah, no, our success, you know. Peter Hutchinson, he is a regular viewer, and he also has joined the Bottled Imp Fellowship as well. He's put, fantastic, this is brilliant, thank you for making this. Good luck with your reading challenge, Ken, and for the facts about dragons as well. So that was obviously episode 1, because the reading challenge is reading Discworld books, 1 per week, but we'll get onto that in a minute. Arthur from the World of Monsters YouTube channel, which is a great YouTube channel, check that out if you haven't done so already. He has put here, awesome, those 17 minutes went by quick. Love the animation intro, great work, guys. So that's very kind.
You read it in such a natural way. It's almost as if he's here saying it.
He's American. Did you like my American accent?
It was very good. It sounded very, very English.
Plus, we do also have, this is a bit cheeky actually, we do also have some fan mail.
What?
That obviously I've not told Julian about. Now, I have recently started working at a school, and it's a Presdale school in Ware, in Hertfordshire. And they found out that I do this YouTube channel, probably because I told them, but
Yeah.
got to get the subscribers
T-shirt
up.
you wear, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Well, no, I do go in with
You wear that costume.
dress up as goggles.
Yeah.
No, I do actually have a little mug that I take in with me,
Right.
and they call it merch. I didn't know that.
Merch?
Yeah, rather than merchandise. Yeah, merch.
That's what it's called.
So they were saying, where can we get that? Where can we get the merch?
Well,
anyway,
we're not doing merch, are we? I think Bottled Imp mugs are a bloody ridiculous idea.
So grumpy, so grumpy. Right, so yes, so what I wanted to do is I want to give a shout out there to Predator School because some of the students, this one was from Maya, Maya, I always get that wrong. I love the Bottled Imp. Look at that.
Sarcasm or genuine? I don't
These
know.
are little
Maya.
kids. And look,
At what age are they?
Well, these ones I think were the year 7.
Teenagers.
So it's, yeah, 21-year-olds. No, I think they were the 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
Right, okay.
And
sweet.
yeah,
That
look,
is sweet,
John Grocklesnook, the Bottled Imp. Unfortunately, has not a name on this one, so I've forgotten who did this. But it is. I love it. It's really cool.
You just want to do a gallery, don't you?
Yeah, I do want to do the Imp gallery. That's got to be out of copyright, surely.
Don't know.
The Bottled Imp is said here by Maisie, and it's got here to Mr. Boiter, because that's what I have to call it. And it says Jacques Porry, because I think this was in their French lesson.
All right.
Shh, it wasn't. It wasn't. From Maisie.
Is this the work you were setting them?
Yeah,
They didn't want to do this. You basically said, forget what you've got to do today. Do some Bottled Imp fan mail. Do it! Do it!
We need content for the
So
show.
I've got to get on with my maths. Do the Bottled Imp fan mail.
You don't need maths in life. When will you ever use it?
We need fan mail.
It says, P.S. I'm your biggest fan. So thank you for that. I really like that.
Please
And
don't make me write that, Mr. Caboiter. Write it.
Were you there? Oh my god, I didn't know. Okay, this one is from Marnie and Rosie. Can I just point out, they had finished all their work that had been set. They...
Can we go home now? It's after 3:30. No.
You all got detention.
Keep doing the fire fan now.
Maisie and Rosie came up with a list of suggested fantasy things that I watch or read.
Wow, there you go.
Look, District 9.
So now they're doing your work for you.
Slightly sci-fi, yeah.
They're little monkeys, aren't they, in the back room, actually writing the show, peddling out the show.
Yeah. You got, slave labour, you got to get it. You got to get, can't afford to pay anybody. The Hunger Games, what else? I've got I can't pronounce that. The Fifth Wave, Stranger Things, which I have watched. Have you seen that?
I've watched season 1, I've not got round to season 2 yet. I'm in the middle of Mr. Robot.
Oh, I've not seen that either. No, Stranger Things. You should need to watch
Yeah, Stranger Things.
Avatar, Twilight, Nanny McPhee, which I've seen, which I really did enjoy.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, which I was in.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you explain the theme of the show?
No, I didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, no, well, I didn't explain it. Well, I said it was Tolkien, didn't I?
No, I meant this list so far isn't very fantasy. Well, it's fantasy. Let's not go there.
It's not. Well,
not our genre
I
of
see
fantasy,
of this,
is it?
yeah.
Nanny McPhee. Doesn't really.
Star Wars, that's got a bit of fantasy in it.
Star Wars.
Star
No,
Wars.
it's all fantasy though. It's all magical. It's
Yeah.
all whatever, but it's not.
It's not
sword and sandals or whatever it is. The sort of stuff we do.
But we're kind of, we're not just that.
Yeah. Well, it's that whole debate. Do we do sci-fi and all that? We're always
Julian Sci-Fi Corner.
Changing.
I think that's what you should do. That's what you should do.
Sci-fi.
Yeah. So there you go. So thank you so much for
I
all
say I
of
like
that.
sci-fi, although I did watch
Did you?
Pacific Rim the other day, being a big Del Toro, let's just call him Del Toro, fan.
You didn't like it?
Oh, it was just
I've not
rubbish.
seen
It was rubbish. It was like a Michael Bay film.
Really? But
It's not his. It's
director.
him going to Hollywood and going, give me loads of money.
but he did Hellboy.
Yeah, he
Which
did
was
actually
good,
ages ago.
which is
So
good.
he came
And
to
he's
Hollywood
just done The
ages ago.
Shape of Water that's meant to be really good.
That is meant to be
So
excellent.
we need to go and see.
That's meant to be excellent. No, well this was just it was just ridiculous.
It must be difficult though. You have hit after hit. Surely you're going to have a bit of a duffer at one point.
This just wasn't. You'd watch this if you did not read the credits or anything.
Right.
You'd go. You would be gobsmacked if you realised it was him.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he just didn't have control.
Maybe the slight monster design looked a little bit of his style, but it was.
It's probably the studios,
I think
the
he
higher
did.
ups.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. It seemed to be written and produced and directed, but I think it was directed by him. But
yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
Tolkien.
Yeah, Tolkien. So let's crack on. Well, should we do that, or should I give us?
Isn't the same things come up each week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Should we skip the what's coming out?
Yeah,
you know
I
what's
wondered
coming
that.
out.
Yeah, you know what's coming out.
We've rattled too long. We have to cut something.
So
roll the dice.
Let's crack on. Well, I'll just say J.R.R. Tolkien was born on the 3rd of January 1892.
Woo!
I know, nearly as old as you. And died on the 2nd of September 1973, the year I was born.
No way.
Yeah, it's as though
you wish.
I'm reincarnated, although I was born in April.
Born in 73.
Oh, yeah. Cheeky monkey. Right, he was an English writer, poet, philosophist. Is that right?
That
Philologist.
Philologist?
Yeah, which means, I've actually written it out here, the study of language in oral and written historical sources.
Okay.
So he got into all the kind of fables and mythology of other countries as well as our country.
Okay.
Yep. And he was a university professor who is best known as the author of the classic high fantasy works The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and The Silmarillion.
Okay.
I can never pronounce that one. Yes, he served as the Rawlings and Bodsworth Professor of Anglo-Saxon and the Fellow of Pembroke College, Oxford, from 1925 to 1945, and Merton Professor of English Language and Literature and Fellow of Merton College, Oxford, from 1945 to 1959. He was a one-time close friend of C.S. Lewis, as they were both members of the informal literary discussion group known as the Inklings, that used to meet in a pub in Oxford. So that'd be cool. Could do an episode from that pub.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Let's do it then. Do you want to roll the die and I read a fact?
Go for it.
Or shall I roll? You read it.
1.
Number 1. Do you want to do that one?
I can do that one.
It's nice and short.
Nice and short. I like a short fact. Short shot. I don't need glasses. It's big print.
Hey.
Print.
Hey.
Well, it's sort of a weird size. It's not quite right for my eyes.
Never have
What does the J.R.R. in J.R.R. Tolkien stand for? Who knows? No one knows. You're all going to know now.
Oh, yeah.
It stands for John Ronald Raoul.
Raoul.
I was building myself up for the Raoul.
You are, don't you? Get excited.
John Ronald Raoul.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Professor Tolkien didn't start writing the story that would become Lord of the Rings until the fine age of 45, and would not be finished until 12 years later in 1949, and not fully published until 1955, when Tolkien was 63 years old. That little paragraph there had nothing to do with his name being J.R.
Yeah, but then it would have been a really short fact.
Sometimes a little short fact like that is a nice, nice little hard-hitting fact, just bosh, just there between the eyes.
Yeah, but I'm amazed that that he was 63 when it was published, and that's amazing. That's a brilliant achievement.
Yeah.
And he was master of these languages. Anyway, let's roll another fact. A juicy
go for
fact. Number 3.
Not unnecessary bell ring, I fear.
Hey! Language first, story second. Unusual as it sounds, Tolkien didn't write the Elvish language to fit with the Lord of the Rings. He created the story to bring his language to life. So he did it the other way around. This is known as mythopia. Mythopia?
Mythopia?
Mythopia.
Mythopia sounds better.
Yeah.
Rolls better, flows better.
Yeah. And other authors who have done this include C.S. Lewis, William Blake, H.P. Lovecraft, and George R.R. Martin. His writing, not George R. Martin's, but Tolkien's writing, developed as a personal exploration of his study of philology, which is the language in oral and written historical sources, and also an exploration into religion, fairy tales, Norse and general Germanic mythology, and also Celtic, Slavic, Persian, Greek, and Finnish mythology. There we go.
Interesting facts, aren't they?
So we've done number 1.
Goodness.
We've done number 3.
Wow.
What's coming up next then?
The show cracks on with fun and excitement.
Better look at the script.
Do we not know what's coming up? Because I didn't do the coming up on today's show, did I?
Probably the Great Fancy Challenge, my friend.
Great Fancy
Challenge. Now, I have been pretty much up all night. Finishing off, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to be reading 1 book a week of the Discworld series. This is book 3.
Shall we just say, because we might as well say that what we did, because of commitments and work commitments and stuff, we've had to film this show a little earlier in the week than we normally do. Okay, so it goes out on Monday. We film it before Monday, obviously. We've had to film this a fair bit earlier.
A lot.
And what, of course, the knock-on effect of that is poor old Ken gets like 2-3 days to read that book instead of a whole week, because of course the show goes out on Monday. He doesn't get a whole week to read it. So you've just been burning the midnight oil.
Oil. And I had a murder mystery. I was acting in a murder mystery. Completely new plot. I had to learn a whole stack of lines as well. So it's been a fun past couple of days, but that's the dedication.
You did it. You
did it.
The show
when you're
goes
passionate
on.
about something. Equal Rights. This was published in 1987. It's the 3rd book of the Discworld by Terry Pratchett. Now, it's the first one to sort of stand alone on its own. You could read The Colour of Magic, which is the first one, and not read any more, because it does kind of wrap up, but there is a cliffhanger, and there is a sequel, which is The Light Fantastic, that's book 2. But this doesn't carry on those characters. This is the first one that is completely standalone, but it is set in the world, it is set in the Discworld.
Right.
So you get a completely new set of characters, and this is the first one where Granny Weatherwax, which I love that name, she's involved in this one.
Right.
And the story is actually about the 8th son of an 8th son. So I don't know if you know, I don't know if you know in fantasy, there's the 7th son of a 7th son is magical or lucky, and everyone wants a 7th son of a 7th son. Well, he's kind of subverted that, so it's the 8th son of the 8th son. But it's not a son, it's a girl. What? So it's the 8th girl of the... No, hang on. It's the 8th son. No, it's the 8th girl of the 7th of the 8th son. Have you tuned out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's called Equal Rights. It's about the battle of the sexes, and he uses the fact that 8th son of the 8th son are normally wizards, and girls can't be wizards, only men. Okay, because girls are witches.
Right.
And he says there are different types of magic that suit, you know, male and female.
Okay.
But they make a mistake. There's a wizard, and the way that they then pass on the wizarddom is a wizard will hand the newborn baby a staff. You know, that's his wizard's staff. And of course, they don't really check that if it's a boy or girl. They just assume it's a boy. And there you go. Hopefully they're all right. Hopefully that's not an ambulance. Anyway, they grip the staff, and they then find out it's a girl. But by then, it's like, well, the staff has attached itself to the baby, and they can't, it's like that. So it's the whole struggle of her then becoming a wizard. And Granny Weatherwax is a witch, and equally it's great, because she's still keeping up that tradition of, no, you know, women are witches, and nobody, you know, you don't want women being a wizard. Right. So I thought that was an interesting point of view. So I love the fact that it takes an issue of every day that we can identify, and he, you know, sets it into a fantasy setting, and then explores an everyday thing that we definitely can identify. What I will also say, it's a big improvement on the actual writing, because the colour of magic is very choppy. Right. And it is it's more of a concept book, because there's not a lot of character development in the first one. The second book, like Fantastic, gets a little bit more into character and is a little less choppy in terms of just, you know, constantly moving and constantly sort of chopping and changing the action. This actually feels, I don't know, I wouldn't say like a proper novel, but it's almost like it's written by someone else. Right. It's weird. So he's obviously really improved his writing. Yeah, and that's what I love about when you read something in publication order. You can see the creativity evolve and improve as he becomes more and more confident with what he's doing. And also, he's obviously just sat down and really tried to work out the magic in the world, really tried to work out what his fantasy world is. Because, you know, when you write, I mean, I wrote my book, and I wrote a bit about the world. I knew some of it, but I didn't know all of it. I didn't necessarily know, I mean, I've still really got to work out my magical system in my world. And that's what I'm going to do for the next book. So I can understand that that's what he's doing, you know, he's shaping it. And it's a lot better for it. So if I was going to say, right, only read one out of the first 3, I would go for this one, strangely enough, which I didn't think I would.
Right, yeah.
Because it's just a kind of better novel. It's got better character development. And as I started reading it, memories came flooding back, because this was the book. I'd read The Colour of Magic, The Light Fantastic back in the day, when I was about 16 maybe. This was the book, though, that I actually started writing. So I was inspired by The Colour of Magic and the other one, but this one I actually did something about it. So I read this and then started writing like a 30,000 word novel. Didn't finish it, but yeah. So it was like, it was nice. It was a nice memory. So there you go.
Well,
so you too, if you've been reading this or you've read it already, you can comment along with us. You can join in the fun if you go to the Bottled Imp Fellowship, and that's on Facebook. And we'll join and we'll post up. I'll post up a picture of me holding it, and then we can have a little discussion. We've done that with the other 2 as well. Those posts are still there, so if you have read those, you can join in as well. There we go. Oh, next week, the next one is Mort. Yeah, and this is the first full-length sort of Death one, because Death was a character that crops up in the first 2 books.
We've got to crack on, Ken. We've got to crack on, because I noticed down here we've got a giveaway to do.
I know.
And we can't not do that.
Yeah.
We've got Aqua Dragon update. Should we, is it time for that now?
Hell yeah.
That in. Aqua Dragon update.
Hello, this is Aqua Dragon's update. Yes, this is probably about week 4 now, because this is episode 5. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I started on the 2nd episode of filming. And yeah, they've grown, but they just seem to hang about in the water. They don't seem to, you probably can't tell from this camera shot, but they don't really swim about, so I'm not sure what's going on, but there does appear to be life, some aqua dragon life. So what I'm going to try and do is actually get a close-up of it. It's quite tricky to film them, but I'm going to have a go. Let's find out if I'm successful. So, this is me trying to film up close-up, don't know if they're blurred actually, of the aqua dragons. I don't know if you can see them, but I've had to sort of, they're kind of clear if I put them on a white background. So I've got a white background. This is my finger here. Okay, where's my finger? Oh, there it is. Quality television. And look, I think there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. And there's quite a few dotted about as well. So there are loads of them, but there's some seem to have grown bigger. Big aqua dragons. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they actually do. Oh look, they are swimming around. Yeah, they are swimming around. So I'm hoping that they'll grow bigger. And I think that's one as well there, but it's sort of in amongst some algae. So there we go. That's Aqua Dragons update. Exciting.
Good. Well, I think, you know, massive changes are afoot.
Give them a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give them a chance.
We'll bear with them.
Yeah.
So, we've only got like...
What do you want to do?
What have we got?
We could do another fact.
Oh yeah, let's do another fact. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Shall I do it?
You.
4.
Oh.
Have we got 4?
It's your turn to read. Yeah.
We'll try and skim through this one because we've got to get on to the exciting giveaway.
Yes.
And you probably want to do this.
I do.
I don't know whether we'll have time for that.
Yeah, come on. Just do it quickly.
Publish works after his death. After Tolkien's death, his son Christopher published a series of works based on his father's extensive notes and unpublished manuscripts, including the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
Silmarillion.
That's better than I did.
Silmarillion. These, together with The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, form connected body of tales, poems, fictional histories, invented languages, and literary essays about a fantasy world called Arda and Middle Earth within it. Between 1951 and 1955, Tolkien applied the term legendarium. Legendarium?
Legendarium. Yeah.
To the larger part of these writings.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just
So it was like, I guess, like Star Wars, like with George Lucas. They create worlds, don't they?
Yeah.
They're world building.
That's right.
Yeah. And I love that idea.
And you've got everywhere to go and expand, and sequels and merch. And your movie rights and all that.
That's what we want. The Bottled Imp
ahead
Empire. Should we crack on? Fantasy challenge, not fantasy challenge.
Goodness me.
Charity fantasy find, I reckon.
Okay, let's quickly go.
Do it quick.
Okay, this has run out already. We should have bought a longer. We're going to need a bigger. We're going to need a bigger thing.
15 minutes.
Let me get the fantasy charity shop find cam loaded.
Those are really nice ones.
What are those then? What's today's Ken stuffing his face?
Found these. I didn't know these existed.
Welsh cakes.
Yeah. Oh, no, dragon on it. That's what drew me in.
They look unhealthy.
Tanya Castell. Really nice, right.
Okay, so here we go. This week's charity fantasy shop find, or fantasy charity shop find. Who knows?
I found it in a charity shop.
Yeah. What could it be?
Oh, it's going that way. Hang on. Here we go. What a tease. There it is.
Ooh, it's a Star Wars related item. I can't really work out what it is from looking at this camera.
Yep.
And it's a juggling ball!
And a juggling ball. That's just to prop it up.
Okay.
There we go. Shall I hold it up then?
Yeah.
Okay. This is... Look at this.
Metal Earth.
Yeah. 3D metal model kits. Can you believe that?
Metal model kits.
Yeah.
No glue or solder needed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little model of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. That you
in
push
metal.
out. Yeah. Look.
Wow.
You can see that. And they got different models. Yeah. This was £2.50.
I fear that the what I'm getting from this is that the cost of it is a bigger deal to you. It's like this is just a bargain out, you know. The fact that, you know. Okay. Are you going to bring that built next week?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay.
Because I've got nothing to do the rest of my week. No. But I was so excited. I like the fact that, you know, it's like, and it's metal. That's quality
well, it's
stuff.
metal. If it's built and it fits, yeah.
Yeah, and I reckon if I throw it fast enough, it will travel through the speed of sound.
Okay, well you build it, then throw it.
Yeah.
I'll film it.
There we go.
We've got to crack on.
Check out your fantasy.
Go to charity shops.
Yeah,
and,
charity shops, thrift shops.
And
What
buy
else we got?
stuff and tell us what you've got in the comments. Comment in the comments below.
Yeah. Tell us if you can start doing that. Go to charity shops. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let us know. Take pictures of them.
Post on the group.
Yeah, put it up on the group.
Bottled Imp Fellowship.
Brilliant.
What fantasy charity shop finds you've found. Got bing. What does that mean?
Competition time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've got some prizes to give away
We
today.
do.
I like that you've got a bowl and you're not using it at all. You're just dumping it on there and getting crumbs everywhere.
Look at these.
What have you got your greasy little buttery fingers on?
You better hold them.
These are 3 chunky looking books.
Yeah. Read them out. What are
Children of Hurin,
they? Hurin.
Unfinished Tales,
Yeah.
and the similar.
The Legendarium.
Is this that word that I read earlier? That
Yeah.
I couldn't read. Okay. Oh, these are. This is his stuff. That
I
we
know.
were just talking
It's
about.
as though we planned
How
this.
relevant.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're Tolkien books.
They're Tolkien books.
And not only that, they're very special because they were actually donated by a Bottled Imp viewer.
Really?
Yep.
We
Very
have viewers
kind.
sending us
I know.
stuff in.
It's amazing. So really,
You
this
think that'll
is brilliant.
catch on?
I hope so. Because it's cost me an arm and a leg with competition. No, it's not. So these are from Alex Rage Smith, otherwise known as Brutal Barracuda on YouTube.
yes.
That's his. Yeah, so he's been a fan. He's been watching Bottled Imp for quite a number of months now, I think. So yeah, and he's obviously loved the show. And he just contacted us and said, "Could we?"
Well, thank you very much.
Could we do a competition? And yeah, so we're absolutely amazed. So how can they win it, Julian? How can they win?
Well, I think the usual way, you know, it's tried, it's tested. I don't know whether it really works. Maybe we'll think of another way for season 2.
Yeah.
But to win all these 3 books as one big lump prize, why not? Keep it together.
Yeah.
This episode will be posted to our Facebook page, as it always is. So just comment underneath, like, share, comment, and
Comment that you want to enter the Tolkien competition.
I mean, that will be this episode. So if you comment on this episode, if you want to enter, you can still enter the other episodes, but you need to find the video we've posted on the Facebook page for that episode and that prize and comment in there. Because what we will do is we will go through the comments on that specific episode and then pull a name out of the hat for that prize. So
and when we're going to do that?
When we're going to do that? In the live show, which is not far off now.
21st of May.
21st of May. Bottled Imp Live.
Yeah, 8 p.m. UK time, and if you live in America, that is Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m, and Central Standard Time is 1 p.m.
Exciting.
So we're going to be pulling the winners, but we've got it's a big show. It's an hour long.
You keep giving it a time. I don't think we should be giving it a time. Who knows how long it is? Who knows how long it'll be?
It's not an hour long,
but it will probably be close to that sort of time, if not longer.
Because we waffle. We've still got Flash Gordon to talk about that on that episode, I reckon.
Who knows what rambling mess that show will be? And also, you know, it will be run live, so who knows whether it will even work. So we're building it up, but you know,
you got to try
we've not really done anything as ambitious as that.
But you know what? We want to give to our viewers.
So join us live on that show. It'll really only work properly and effectively if we've got a nice audience. So come along and watch, and you can
tell
tweet,
all your friends.
You can hashtag Bottled Imp Live. You can
Julian reading out comments.
We can read out comments. We can join in. We can chat with you.
Post up pictures, that kind of thing.
Yeah. We covered everything.
I think we've done it. I think
that's got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
That's that one in the bag.
That's another one in the bag. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we enjoy doing these. So if you do like these, please share them with all your friends, because you know we want to get the viewing figures up. It's nice to know that we're building a little fellowship of imps out there. Remember, we do have a Facebook page, so go like that. We also have a Twitter account as well.
We do.
So you can follow us on Twitter. And a fellowship group. So go to Facebook, click join when you type in the Bottled Imp Fellowship. Search for that and we'll add you in. We also have a Friday show, just quickly say that. We have a Friday show that comes out every Friday, and that's where we do reviews of books, board games, and what else?
Not just reviews, all sorts of interesting stuff about fantasy. That is where we truly explore the realms of fantasy in slightly more detail than just bickering about for this show. Quite different. It's quite different from this show.
And also, copyright pending, we do have the Fighting Fantasy continuation, Eye of the Dragon, I do a live broadcast on Facebook, that's in the Facebook page, and this time it's Wednesday the 25th of April, 7 PM UK time. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember to keep it unreal, especially if you are J.R.R. Tolkien.